Hey guys, this is Stars Moon Tarot, and I am back again for another daily reading. This is going to be for February 22nd, and without much more to say, I'm just going to get right into it. This is the Tattoo Tarot by Ink and Intuition, and then this is Spirit Messages by John Holland. Whew. I finally built up the courage to just take the jump and go with these cards. I've been practicing with them, and I feel a little bit better at reading them, and just like, okay, the more that I practice with them, the easier it'll be to read them. So, yeah, there were only like 3 cards that showed up, like, upright, if that makes sense. It was for sure like these 2 cards, and I have a feeling it was this one, but I don't remember if it was either this one or that one. But either way, I will just get on with the reading. Again, the Empress like showed up, and I can't remember if it was yesterday's reading that she showed up, and the Wheel of Fortune that showed up in yesterday's reading. I think it was. Or, oh wait, no, sorry, I'm getting all my days confused because like I've been trying to stay like a day ahead. This was February 20th, or like, yeah, February 20th. Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor showed up, because today's reading, it's like the Knight of Cups, the Moon, Hermit, yeah, those ones. So anyways, I just think that it's funny that the Empress showed up in the Wheel of Fortune, because they showed up in today's readings a little bit earlier, so I think that's a coincidence. And like I said, the Empress, she's all about like loving relationships. She's ruled by Venus, and she's like the epitome of feminine power, so that also represents like sexuality, fertility, growth, and creativity, inspiration. And her counterpart is the Emperor, and he's like the epitome of male power, or like masculinity, and he has like authority, structure, but the Empress, she's feminine power. And then the Wheel of Fortune, even though if this one did show up in reverse, that doesn't really have a lot of negative connotations with it. It's just like whatever comes around goes around. This is still a really good card, despite it being in reverse. So with that, it made me think, or wait, yeah. So then there's the Queen of Cups. This one showed up in reverse, but the Queen of Cups, like regularly, this is somebody that is really good, like supporting you emotionally if you're going through some trying times. She will be there, support you. She's emotionally mature, loving. She's ruled by Cancer, and Cancer in the zodiac signs is the mother archetype. And she also knows how to make her plans into reality, but in reverse, this can be a psychic and emotional vampire. She's emotionally manipulative and has a lot of mood swings. Yeah, just a very volatile person. And then when I saw 4 of Cups and 9 of Swords, it had me thinking like, okay, you guys might be dealing with some boredom issues, or you guys are having like some anxiety come up. And it had me thinking it had to do with work, or it could have been dealing with a person who is kind of like the Queen of Cups right there. And then I also saw that it was interesting that there's like eyes in both of these cards. They made me think of like the third eye chakra. Like you might feel that your intuition is blocked a little bit, or this person could kind of be like preying off of you in some way. Or, you know, like this also could have represented the past. Like you dealt with people that were emotionally manipulative, that kind of like drained the energy out of you. But I feel like with the Empress and the 5 of Swords, you're kind of like cultivating more healthier relationships. Like you're cutting out the people that just don't serve you anymore, that kind of have these sort of traits to them. I feel like you're cutting them out. Because the 5 of Swords, this one can represent embarrassment, but on the other side, it also represents like you have a greater self-knowledge of yourself, but it had to kind of come with a price, or it had to come through some sort of struggle. So that's what I also see with like the Wheel of Fortune. Like if you've been working on yourself, it's kind of coming to full circle. Like what comes around goes around. Good stuff. And then I think that it's a coincidence that the 8 of Coins and the 5 of Wands showed up like right on top of each other too, because I feel like maybe some of the anxiety, like I was saying, it could be somebody at work doing these sort of things, or like there's somebody in your life who has that. It could even be at home, but I feel like it's more like at work or school that has those kind of traits. And it could be like they're playing off of your insecurities, because 8 of Coins is all about like creative projects. This is work, employment, And then Five of Wands is competition. So it could be like you're trying to get that better paying job, but there's a lot of competition around it. Like everybody is kind of at each other's throats about it. Everybody wants that position. And it could be that people, like your competition, they can see you, but they can also notice like your weak points too, and they're just kind of playing off of your insecurities. But at the same time, I also feel like you have a lot of great awareness, and if you're aware that somebody is like messing with your mind, you know, just cut them out. Be around the people that are supporting you, you know, like be around the people that actually love and support you, and be like, hey, you know, like if you're having an insecurity, like talk to those people that you trust. Like don't listen to those people, listen to the people that are going to bring you up and love and support you. And I think, oh, and also there was something when I saw the Queen of Cups, she made me think of like equal give and take in a relationship. And I think that's funny that it showed up against the Empress and this was in reverse, because I feel like for maybe some of you in the past, you might have had like an uneven balance of the scales, like maybe you gave a lot and you didn't receive much in return. That's kind of like coming to full circle, you know, karma, that sort of stuff. But it could have been you, like maybe you didn't give a lot, but you received a whole lot of attention. But I just feel like there is something, you know, like not necessarily equal, or maybe you didn't feel equal in a relationship. And also, the Queen of Cups, I feel like she, yeah, like I said, she's a master of her emotions. She's not quite like the King of Cups, but she is the equal part to the King. She's just a woman. So, there's that. And let's see what the spirit messages have to say about today. Relationships. That's funny. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Yeah. So with this, I saw this as, you know, like maybe the past relationships that you were going through. Like I said, maybe you didn't receive a lot, but you gave so much. You know, even those difficult relationships, they still give you like an opportunity to grow, because maybe this person in the past was like emotionally manipulative, they were destructive, whatever the case was. But now, you kind of like have better boundaries for yourself and you know how to stand up for yourself a little bit better. But it also says relationships are just mirror images of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. So, you know, there could have been some bad traits in you that you didn't necessarily see in yourself, and it reflected in your relationships. So it could also be like maybe you're developing your personality in relationships a little bit better, like you're cutting out, you know, bad personality traits in yourself, and you're trying to surround yourself with people that have better personality traits, if that makes sense. You're trying to work on yourself, attract better relationships, and I definitely see that's what you're trying to do as well. And you're gaining like a better, great knowledge, because like I said, it had to come like at a price, but you're gaining a lot of self-knowledge like through relationships as well. The next one is serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is the time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. So with this, especially, like I said in yesterday's video, if you dealt with somebody that, like, they blew up at you for no reason, or you were on the end of their anger, don't let that go over in today. But it also made me think about like relationships. Even if you are in a relationship, like it's still important to take care of yourself too. You know, like you can still have like your alone time, you know, and still be in a relationship. Or like something about independence and then interdependence kind of sticks out with me, and I feel like that's kind of with the serenity as well in a relationship. It's still good to find your space and time. Your quiet time, there we go, to rest and rejuvenate and take care of yourself. And then the last one, receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is a natural law and order of the universe. So, definitely made me think of Queen of Cups, Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune, especially the Wheel of Fortune, because it said, just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is a natural law and order of the universe. And like I said, this is kind of like coming to full circle, kind of like karma. Karma is kind of like the law of attraction. There's an ebb and flow. So if you're like on the downside, eventually you'll come up on the upside and things go. Queen of Cups definitely deals with emotions, and there's kind of like an ebb and flow. That's how water goes, kind of like going with the flow. And then the Empress is all about relationships as well. And like I was saying earlier, like maybe you were in a past relationship, you didn't really receive a lot. Maybe you're in a relationship now and it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But this is saying, like it's your time to either give or it's your time to receive. So yeah, that's what I see with today's reading. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, definitely hit that like button down below and make sure to subscribe to my channel to get more daily readings like this. And then I also have an Instagram account at Stars and Moon Tarot where I post daily readings like this, inspirational quotes, and positive affirmations to get your vibes up. But other than that, I will see you guys later. Bye!